Hello, beautiful people. So today's topic is very deep and fascinating, and that is कायनात और इंसान का irtiqaa, यानी evolution of the universe and humanity. Universe कैसे बनी, अर्थ कैसे फॉर्म हुई, लाइफ कैसे स्टार्ट हुई, और कुरान इस बारे में क्या कहता है. We'll try to see from both perspective, Islamic and science. And Islam हमें हमेशा सोचने, ऑब्जर्व करने और कायनात पर गौर करने की दावत देता है. And the Quran repeatedly asks human to reflect upon creation. So I'll begin first with the creation of the universe. According to modern science, the universe began around 13.8 billion years ago through the Big Bang theory. And scientists believe that all matter and energy were once compressed into an extremely dense state, and then the universe started expanding. Interestingly, many Muslims relate to this idea with a verse from the Quran, and Allah says in the Quran that the heaven and the earth were joined together, then we split them apart. That was in Surah Al-Anbiya. Yani, Zameen, according to Quran, आसमान और ज़मीन भी एक वक्त में was a single unit. Today's science also says that the universe is still expanding, and it shows the Quran encourages reflection on the universe. So if I say after the Big Bang, supposedly particles formed, then atoms, and inside of the atom, we will discuss that in another video, to the quantum entanglement and quantum field. But for now, sticking upon to a bigger picture, that particles formed, then atoms formed, and then of course like the stars and the galaxies. Inside stars, elements like carbon and oxygen were created. Or wahi elements, they are inside our body as well, meaning these elements are present in the form of air, water, fire, or soil. Now, if I talk about formation of Earth and life, around 4.5 billion years ago, Earth formed around the Sun. Initially, Earth was extremely hot, like just for volcanoes, and lava was there, and toxic atmosphere was there. But after that, Earth started to cool down, and ocean started to occur, and our conditions life के लिए suitable होती गई. According to science, living organisms, oceans may develop here, and that also mentions through Quran that we made from water every living thing. That is also presented in Surah Anbiya. Now, the interesting point here is that importance of water. Scientists today also believe water is essential for life. Now, when I talk about evolution and natural selection, and the scientific explanation for gradual change in living organism is called the theory of evolution. Theory became famous through Charles Darwin. Darwin proposed the idea of natural selection, meaning organisms better suited to their environment survival, and others disappear over time. And for example, some animals developed stronger bodies, others developed speed or camouflage, and over millions of years, species slowly changed. Now, of course, Muslims have different opinions regarding evolution, and some accept limited biological evolution but believe humans were specially created by Allah, and that's what being Muslim is, our belief. But proper biological human, of course, this is the first prophet, Prophet Adam, whom we Muslims, believe. But before that, we can also consider the other species as sort of initial organisms or species as well. But a proper human being, or creation of a human, biological creation of a human, or a Homo sapiens, created in the form of first human, Prophet Adam. Now the point is that इंसान टेक्नोलॉजी में बहुत तरक्की कर रहा है, लेकिन हमें अपनी मोरालिटी एंड ह्यूमैनिटी को भी प्रोटेक्ट करना है. That's what Quran teaches us as well. Humans to avoid corruption and injustice on earth. An interesting part of abiogenesis versus biogenesis. And abiogenesis would be a sort of idea that started naturally from non-living chemicals billion of years ago through scientists. And they said that early Earth की oceans में chemical मौजूद थे. Lightning, heat, and energy caused reactions. Some simple molecules became more complex, and eventually the first living cells appeared. Which means abiogenesis के मुताबिक जिंदगी directly non-living matter से start हुई, and however scientists are still researching exactly how this happened. It's not fully proven yet, but then start of biogenesis, I would say, like life comes only from pre-existing life. This idea became stronger after experiment by scientists like Louis Pasteur, and Pasteur showed that the microorganisms do not appear magically from non-living matter in normal conditions, and that means like biogenesis के मुताबिक हर जिंदा चीज की पहले से मौजूद जिंदा चीज से आती है. Today in biology, biogenesis is accepted for normal life process. Some people think that science and religion always conflict, but that is not the case, because throughout this history, many Muslim scholars contributed greatly to science. For example, Ibn Sina in medicine, Al-Khwarizmi in mathematics, and Ibn al-Hatham in optics. So these are the clear Muslim scientist examples which we can always teach our children, our kids about science, Muslim scientist inclusion in scientific history as well. Now the question is, why we exist, what purpose life has, or what moral responsibilities humans have. Both can inspire a sort of curiosity and reflection. Today, humans are exploring through artificial intelligence and genetics and space. So now the point is that इंसान टेक्नोलॉजी में बहुत तरक्की कर रहा है, लेकिन हमें अपनी मोरालिटी एंड ह्यूमैनिटी को भी प्रोटेक्ट करना है. That's what Quran teaches us as well. Humans to avoid corruption and injustice on earth. But we should consider both our science and religion to ponder more. And thank you. Bye-bye.